into your practice. This short practice will be for days when you want to do a little movement but not too much. So we'll do some gentle floor work today. So you'll likely want a couple of blocks or a couple of thick books and a firm blanket or couch cushion, and of course your practice space wherever you're practicing today. So we'll be mostly on the floor, nice, easy going, and this is a fantastic practice to reset the nervous system. So if we're working hard all the time, our body and our nervous system doesn't have a chance to reset and heal and build. And so if we're constantly breaking down, we can understand that we don't have time to rebuild. So this can be a practice where we can do some nourishing and rebuilding, so when we do get back to our active practice, we can go for it and feel good rather than run down. So we'll start seated. And again, I recommend you sit up on something, whether it be a couch cushion or in a chair, so that you feel like you can sit up nice and tall and don't have to work too hard. Okay? So find your seat. We'll take a few moments here to sit nice and comfortably. And your hands can rest in your lap. And start to let your legs and your seat settle into whatever they're touching. And if you'd like to, you can close your eyes, or you can leave them gently open, just gazing down towards the floor. So just take a few moments here to transition from whatever you've been doing into your practice. Feel your body in your practice space. You can let sounds come and go around you, just letting your mind bounce from sound to sound to sound. And now begin to tune into your breath. So start to let your breath move low into the waist, the belly as you breathe in. And let your belly soften, your shoulders soften as you breathe out. So one breath flows right into the next, no pause. Continuous breath. And when you're ready, you can keep the eyes closed or gently blink them open. We'll bring the right ear towards the right shoulder and come back to center, and then the left ear towards the left shoulder. So just moving slowly from side to side, not moving too fast. Allow the body to move into the shape at its own pace. The next time the right ear goes towards the right shoulder, stay for a moment, soften the shoulders, and then roll the chin towards the chest. And then move the left ear towards the left shoulder. So just half circles here, chin to chest. Keep the spine tall, right ear to right shoulder. And one more time to each side. And now bring your chin to your chest, but lift your chest towards your chin. Maybe feel that elongation on the back of the neck and between the shoulder blades. And then we'll slowly lift the head to center. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears and then back and down. Let your elbows be soft. Rolling the shoulders. And then when you're ready, switch directions. Release your arms down by your side, reach your arms up and overhead, breathe in. And then as you breathe out, right hand to the floor, to your chair, reach up and over. Breathe in, come back to center, breathe out, left hand to the floor, to your chair, and come back through center. And just wave back and forth, just like that. Keep the spine nice and tall as you come through center. And reaching up and over as you move to the side. One more time to each side. Feeling that big stretch in the side body here. And come back to center, reach up. We'll take a twist to the right and then release your hands down to whatever they touch, the floor, the thigh, the chair. Come back through center, reach up, and take a twist to the other side. Hands down, use them as little kickstands here. And then come back through center. One more to each side. Just take a breath in your twist. When you're done, reach back up through center and then release the hands to the knees or to the shins. As we breathe in, we'll pull the shoulders back, lift your heart, arch the spine. And as you breathe out, tuck your chin and round your upper back. So some seated cat and cows here. Inhale, reach the heart, the chin to the sky. Exhale and round. Again, one breath flows right into the next. With the intention today of nourishing the whole body, feeding the nervous system, lubricating the joints. Last 1 or 2 rounds here. We'll sit up nice and tall. Take a moment to breath in and out. Notice how your spine is doing, your torso, if you feel any awakening there. And then we'll come onto our backs onto the floor. Have your blocks or your blankets handy nearby as you lay down. And keep the knees bent at first. You can let the feet come a little wider than the hips. Place your hands on your belly, your low belly below the navel. And just let the hands slide across the belly as you move the knees from side to side. So nice and slow here. We're massaging the low back, the backs of the hips. So we want to go nice and slow. If you find a place you want to stay for a breath or two, go ahead. Otherwise, just rock from side to side. And then once you've done an equal amount on both sides, come back through the center. And we'll reach the left leg long. You can flex your feet or not, and then draw your right knee in towards your chest. So you can hug behind the thigh or in front of the shin. Totally up to you, whatever allows your shoulders and your arms to relax here. So as you remain in this posture for a few moments, as you breathe in, let your belly press into your right thigh. And as you breathe out, let your belly soften towards your spine. So we're taking a little massage for the internal organs on the right side here. A little love. Again, you can close the eyes here if that helps you kind of settle. And then release your right hand off to the side and bring your left hand to your right knee. You're going to keep your hips on the ground and you're just going to draw that knee across the body so it may come over top of the belly button, and let that right hip settle down. So we want to feel maybe a little stretch, doesn't have to be anything big, but something sensation-wise in the right hip here. And then once you find your stretch, just allow yourself to breathe nice and easy. So you might find you need to bring the knee closer or farther away to feel that sensation. Adjust and move until you find the stretch that you appreciate today. Bring that knee back to center and bring your right hand to your right knee. Release your left hand to the floor and draw your right knee up and to the right, so towards your right shoulder any amount. And now we feel maybe a little sensation on the inner thigh, maybe the groins area. And again, it may not feel like a big stretch at first, but as we breathe, the muscles start to loosen a little bit and feel like they can release tension as we allow ourselves to be in the posture. So not forcing anything, just let the body unfold into the posture today. And when you're ready, knee back to center. You can take one or both hands and just circle, make some circles with that knee in one direction. It'll be pretty small, and that's fine. We want to kind of lubricate through the hip joint here. Let your breath be easy, and then switch directions. Try to use your hands to move the leg rather than the muscles of the leg. So let the leg relax. And then draw that knee in one more time. And then release the right foot down. And bring the left foot to the floor. Just take a moment to shift the hips if you need to. Let yourself rest, hands on the belly. And notice any difference you feel between the right and the left hip. And we'll take the other side. So right leg long. Again, if you like it to be active, do, or let it release. And then draw your left knee in towards your chest. You can hug behind the thigh or in front of the shin, but let the shoulders drop down here. Let the elbows be soft. And now once you find your posture, as you breathe in, notice that the belly presses into the thigh, massaging the left side, those abdominal organs on the left side. And then as you breathe out, let the belly soften towards the spine. We'll be here for a few breaths. Now release your left hand to the floor, off to the side. Right knee, or right hand, excuse me, draws the left knee just across the body, but keep that left hip on the ground. The knee is just over the belly button here. Okay? And you can move that knee forward or back to find the stretch that you appreciate in that left outer hip. And once you find
the stretch that you like. Then allow your shoulders to soften and tune into that easy, smooth breath. You might find over time that the stretch changes, right? Or feels different, increases, decreases. Just notice what you notice. Now we'll draw the right knee back into the chest and then left knee. Getting my right and left mixed up. Left hand to left knee, right arm off to the side. And then draw your left knee out and up towards your armpit there. So now getting into the inner thigh, upper hamstrings. And if your elbow is kind of hanging out over here, you can always place a block or a blanket underneath that left elbow as kind of a kickstand there. Last breath here. You might notice you feel something on the front of your right thigh as well, that straight leg. And then move the knee back to center, taking one or both hands around the knee and just making little circles. And these are nice and small. I'm thinking of lubricating through the hip joint here, hip socket. And then switch directions. Release the left foot to the floor, right foot to the floor. And again, close your eyes and just notice what you feel or sense in the right and the left hip. So in this practice, we've been using our breath to give some love, some tone, some rejuvenation, okay, to the joints and the muscles we've been working. And from here, this is a nice point, if you would like, to take legs up the wall. So if you have a chair, you can place the legs, the lower legs, on the seat of that chair. All right, just let the legs rest on the chair there. Okay. Otherwise, you can move to an open space of wall nearby. This is really great to let the legs rest, let the feet rest, let the heart rest. Good for immunity as well. And the hips don't need to be close to the wall. You just want to be comfortable for your hamstrings. So I like to come to the wall from the side, one hip to the side of the wall, and use my hands behind me to kind of alley-oop myself up, swing my legs up here. And again, the hips don't need to be close to the wall. You just want to feel like you can relax in the low back and the hamstrings. The knees can be bent or the legs can be straight. And then from here, we let ourselves just rest full weight of the body into the floor. Taking 3 breaths here. Inhale deeply through the nose. Exhale fully through the mouth. Let the whole body sink into the floor. Legs rest. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Legs relax. Femurs settle into their hip sockets. One more inhale. And exhale. Come back to the breath in the nose.
rest here for as long as we like. We'll be here for about another minute or so, but you can certainly let this video end and stay here for 5-10 minutes.